Hey guys, I'm Chris Wilson. Welcome to the Audio Wizard. Today we're going to talk about the Lewitt MTP 440 DM dynamic microphone. This guy. So today on the channel we're going to be discussing the Lewitt MTP 440 DM dynamic microphone. I've had this guy in my arsenal for a little bit now. Full disclosure, I've actually been endorsed with Lewitt for a couple of years now. This is not a paid endorsement. Here goes gear review number one. Why was I interested in Lewitt in the first place? I had a couple of really good friends of mine in the audio industry using the Lewitt mics, and they told me great things. I looked into them and they looked pretty rugged, and so I wanted to check them out. Let's go over to the overhead cam. So as I was mentioning before, I picked up the MTP 440 due to its design. I noticed that it was made of a pretty heavy cast metal all the way around. It has some venting fluting around the sides here, but a pretty open dome piece here. Definitely a beautiful design, very heavy cast material. So another reason why I like this piece is the way it is designed on the inside. It's got a removable cap here on top and a large 1-inch dynamic element there, and enough fluting around the sides for the negative response for the diaphragm. It's got a nice thick piece of foam that is very removable and replaceable, and it's got really nice threading around the cap. I know that there are other microphones out there like this that have plastic pieces around the element that like to rattle, and this guy's very sturdy. I've had a couple of drummers knock the head of these guys whenever I'm using it as a snare piece, and comes out 100%. Now, this guy does come with a clip. Whenever I'm using it for a snare, I like to bring it all the way close to the top and put a piece of tape over it, and it keeps it really nice and tight. I do like this particular kind of yoke and nut because it works really well, and it also comes with the EU plug there, so you can use your EU stands. It comes in, collapse this, it comes in a really nice bag. Now the problem with the bags are that they come unlabeled. They come with a nice Lewitt logo, but they don't come labeled with what microphone's inside. So put the name at the top of the microphone bag with my wife's handwriting, because my handwriting is not that clean. But I do this to all my bags so I know what's inside whenever I'm rummaging through my go bag. Speaking of my go bag, this guy usually lives in my go bag. So if I ever need a instrument mic, it's on hand. If we take a look at the graph, you can see that it's pretty flat here in the normal vocal range, but it does have a boost here right around 4K to 5K. It levels out a little bit, and then another upper frequency boost for a little bit of breath. But for a dynamic microphone, this is really impressive. This thing's like a laser. You can point it at a snare drum, and that's all you get is snare drum. If you point it at a guitar cabinet, you are not getting its neighbor. You are getting that guitar cabinet. It is a wonderful
tool to have for festivals because there's so much ambient noise going on. It's a wonderful microphone. Look over here on Amazon for $99.99. And again, I'm not being paid to talk about this microphone. I just believe that this thing is a workhorse.
Should you get the MTP 440 DM? I think it's a really useful tool. I've used it in many different situations. Is it a percussion mic? Is it a vocal mic? Is it an instrument mic? I've used it for everything. I've used it for recording. I've used it for snare. I've used it for guitar. I've used it. I did a stereo guitar setup with this at a NAMM show. So, hey guys, what would you like to see on the next gear review? Would you like to see the Lewitt crazy small condenser vocal handheld, or an even crazier dual element, dual cable kick device from Lewitt? Now do me a favor and leave those comments down below and we'll make that video. Make sure you subscribe down below, click on the little notification bell so you're updated the next time that I upload a new video. Remember, it's not about magic, it's about science. Frequency, vibration, and time. I'll see you soon. I don't know why that comes out of my mouth. All right, ready?